Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss mystery plays, what they are, what were the famous mystery plays, and why did they decline in interest. So let's start the discussion. So first we will discuss about the history of mystery plays. So mystery plays were the dramas performed in the Middle Ages in Europe, and major countries where these were performed were England and France. These plays usually had religious themes based on biblical stories. So main subjects were like the creation as in the creation of the world, Adam and Eve, the Last Judgment, and similar stories. So around 13th century, these plays began to be produced outside the church premises in vernacular language. Earlier, these mystery plays, used to be performed inside the church area, and later on they started to be performed outside the churches, and at that too in vernacular language. Earlier they used to be performed in Latin and other languages. Now they were performed in vernacular language like English and various versions of English, northern and southern versions of English. So these factors allowed for the addition of non-biblical stories to these dramas. First, these mystery plays were solely based on the biblical stories, but later on, other stories were also added to these mystery plays when they started being performed outside the church. So, in addition, satirical elements were also added to ridicule physicians, judges, monks, and saints. So, earlier, while they were performed inside the church parameter, they were strictly watched for various elements. But once they were out of the church, now artists used to make certain amendments to the script of these plays. So later in England, these dramas were divided into various cycles like York Cycle, Chester Cycle, Wakefield Cycle, and in France, a single play named The Act of Apostles by Arnold and Simon Greben had around 40,000 lines. So it was one of the famous mystery play in France. So let's discuss a little bit about York mystery plays. So I mean all these sub play cycles, be it York, be it Chester, they are usually based on the name of the town or place. So York Mystery Plays had a cycle of 48 plays, which started on the Corpus Christi festival and continued for a week. And these mystery cycles cover the sacred Christian history from the creation to the last judgment. So it has all the stories like the creation of the world, the fall of the Lucifer, then crucifixion, then resurrection, and all the biblical themes. So the subjects of these plays were chosen from New Testament and Old Testament Bible, and then these York mystery plays were ended in 1569 because of Protestant reformers. So now let's discuss Chester mystery plays. So these plays were staged in the early part of the 15th century, and in this cycle of plays there were around 25 plays, and the subject of these plays were the fall of Lucifer, the crucifixion, and the resurrection, and the story of Noah and the great flood. So one thing you should know is that all these plays and cycles had similar themes. It depended on how the treatment. For example, in the York mystery players, they used to be performed with band wagons, and where farmers used to carry those acting players, to different corners of the town. And these plays were also banned in 1578, and these were the, I guess, last mystery players plays to be ended because of the Protestant objections. So one of the main objection these Protestants had was like these uh, these mystery plays showed the Pope as the head of the church, while Protestants didn't believe in the supremacy of the Pope to be the main leader of Christians. So, and these Chester mystery plays were revived in 1951 in England, and they are performed in every 5 years. So now let's discuss Wakefield mystery plays. So these the Wakefield mystery plays are also known as Townley plays, and they were performed at the Wakefield town of England. And like other plays, other mystery plays, circles of mystery plays, these were also performed at the time of Corpus Christi in the late 14th and early 15th century. So it contains a famous medieval play, the Second Shepherd's Play. It is considered to be the one of the famous mystery plays during the medieval times. So, like most cycles, mystery cycles, the subject of these plays are also biblical stories. So they all have similar stories, depends on the treatment, and like the similar fate of all the cycle of mystery plays, they were also banned in 1576. So one thing you should know is that some scholars don't consider Wakefield mystery plays to be a proper cycle. Some scholars contest that these were a different group of plays that were brought together by the performing guild of actors who were managing these plays. They brought different plays in a group and named them Wakefield mystery plays. So now let's discuss why these mystery plays decline in interest and why they are not performed now. So one of the main reasons was that once these mystery plays moved out of the church premises, the churches stopped supporting them because the church bodies thought that now they don't have a direct control on what is being shown on in these mystery plays, and since they had been performed for a longer time now in outside the church, there was also question on the morality and other issues in these plays because they were open to editing now. Now the church didn't have a control on what they could perform and what they couldn't. That's why the churches stopped supporting these mystery plays. So another reason was the emergence of secular drama during the Reformation period that also reduced interest in these mystery plays. So now the secular plays written by playwrights, they were more interesting and more intriguing than these mystery plays. So, and later in the 16th and 16th century, Protestant royalty like Queen Elizabeth and Henry VIII, they all opposed the performance of these mystery plays. Now, England had its own church, which is Church of England, and they didn't believe in the Pope as the head of the church. So, obviously, there was this clash of beliefs that led to the ending of these mystery plays being performed. So one of the last reasons, like nail in the coffin, was touring theater companies that traveled from one place to another performing secular plays. That also led to the reduced interest in these mystery plays. So why would people watch boring mystery plays when they could watch interesting secular plays? So that was it. I hope you liked the discussion. So please like, share, and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.